House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci. You saw the interview he granted Ryan Liz in the New Yorker magazine. He called you some awful things, including a paranoid schizophrenic. He said your days were numbered. He said you were about to leave. At one point, he said Reince Priebus would resign soon, and that he expected Priebus to launch a campaign against him. What was your reaction when you saw that interview?
No reaction, because I'm not going to respond to it. I'm not going to get into the mud on those sorts of things. Look, the president and I had an understanding. We've talked about this many times, and we ultimately decided that yesterday was a good day and that we would work together. And I think that General Kelly is a great pick. So I'm not going to get into the weeds on that. I support what the president did. And obviously, I think it's a good thing for the White House.
But why were you opposed to Anthony Scaramucci even getting a job in the White House? You saw how bitter he was, how angry he was at you in that interview.
I'm not getting into that, Wolf. Look, it's over. I'm moving on. Support the president, and I support John Kelly and the president's agenda. So that's all you're going to get from me on that. I'm not going to get into the individual, personal stuff.
He was also very angry at Steve Bannon, the White House chief strategist. I can't even read the words he uttered to Ryan Lizza about Steve Bannon. But you think he could stay in the White House with Scaramucci, now the communications director?
That's going to be up to John Kelly, but I will say that Steve's doing a great job. He is a brilliant guy who only cares about the president's agenda. He thinks about it 24 hours a day, never quits. He's a great asset to this president and a dear friend. So my hat's off to Steve Bannon.
Can you just clear up the other charge? It was a very bitter charge that Scaramucci leveled against you, that you're a leaker, and that you're really not that loyal to the president. You've got your own agenda. He made some bitter accusations against you, specifically the leaking. Are you the leaker in the White House?
That's ridiculous. Wolf, come on. Give me a break. I'm not going to get into his accusations.
Why not respond to him?
Because I'm not going to, because it doesn't honor the president. I'm going to honor the president every day. I'm going to honor his agenda, and I'm going to honor our country. And I'm not going to get into all of this personal stuff. So,
is there a leaking problem in the White House based on what you've seen?
Yeah, I think that General Kelly should see if he can get to the bottom of it and figure it out. But obviously, unnamed sources are something that's been problematic, and I wish him well, and I'm going to try to help him. But obviously, that's going to be on his plate, and I hope he can get to the bottom of it.
Scaramucci is suggesting the FBI should get involved in that investigation. You agree with him on that?
I'm not going to respond to that. Look, this is about the president, Wolf. I've answered your questions. I support his decision to hire John Kelly, and I'm looking forward to the future.